Okay, greetings. We are here for another story time with Dr. Sewer. We're going to get started with this book. It's called One Plastic Bag, and it's Isatou Ceesay and the Recycling Women of Gambia. It's written by Miranda Paul and illustrations by Elizabeth Zunon. And let's get some more light so you can see it. Okay, it's one plastic bag at a time. So these are is one of the books that is featured in the third annual Outdoor Learning St. John's Creative Arts and Literacy Workshop 2023, starting June 12th. So this is one of the featured books, one plastic bag at a time, and it's copywritten 2015. Njau, Gambia. Isatou walks with her chin frozen. Fat raindrops pelt her bare arms. Her face hides in the shadow of a palm leaf basket, and her neck stings with every step. Warm scents of burning wood and bubbling peanut stew drift past. Her village is close now. She lifts her nose to catch the smell. The basket tips. One fruit tumbles, then two, then 10. The basket breaks. Isatou kicks the dirt. I think she's upset her basket broke. There's a picture. Something silky dances past her eyes, softening her anger. It moves like a flag, flapping in the wind, and settles under a tamarind tree. Isatou slides the strange fabric through her fingers and discovers it can carry things inside. She gathers her fruits in the bag. The basket is useless now. She drops it, knowing it will crumble and mix back in with the dirt. Four goats greet Isatou as grandmother Mbambe emerges from her kitchen hut. Hurry in before the rain soaks your beautiful Mbuba. Isatou scurries in and grandmother serves spicy rice and fish. Rain drums on the creaking aluminum roof. I broke your basket, Isatou confesses, but I found this. Plastic? Grandmother frowns. There's more in the city. Day after day, Isatou watches neighbors tote their things in bright blue or black plastic bags. Children slurp water and wanjo from tiny holes poked in clear bags. Market trays filled with minty ties wrapped in rainbows of plastic. The colors are beautiful, she thinks. She swings her bag high, the handle breaks. One paper escapes, then two, then 10. Isatou shakes sand off her papers. Another plastic bag floats by, and she tucks her things inside. The torn bag is useless now. She drops it to the dirt, as everyone does. There's nowhere else to put it. Wow, look at all the paper. There's the Day after day, the bag she dropped is still there. One plastic bag becomes two, then 10, then 100. Plastic isn't beautiful anymore, she thinks. Her feet step down a cleaner path and the thought floats away. Years pass and Isatou grows into a woman. She barely notices the ugliness growing around her until the ugliness finds its way to her. Isatou hears a goat crying and hurries toward grandmother's house. Why is it tied up? Where are the other goats? Inside, the butcher is speaking in a low voice. Many goats have been eating these, he says. The bags twist around their insides and the animals cannot survive. Now, three of your goats and so many other goats in the village have died. Grandmother Mbombe's powerful shoulders sag. Isatu must be strong and do something. But what? What do you think she's going to do? Isatu's feet led her to the old, ugly road. A pile of garbage stands as wide as grandmother's cooking hut. Mosquitoes swarm near dirty pools of water alongside the pile. Smoke from burning plastic stings her nose. Her feet back away. Goats scamper past. They forage through the trash for food. Her feet stop. She knows too much to ignore it now. Holding her breath, she plucks one plastic bag from the pile, then two, then 10, then 100. Oh my gosh. Is she cleaning up all the plastic bags? Let's see. What can we do? Isatu asks her friends. Let's wash them, says Fatim, pulling out Omo soap. Maram grabs a bucket and Incha fetches water from the well. Peggy finds clothespins and they clip the washed bags on the line. As the bags dry, Isatu watches her sister crochet. Can you teach me? Wow. Yes. Her sister shows Isatu the stitches, then hands her a metal tool. Isatu's fingers busy themselves in, out, around. Jerry Jeff, thank you. So her sister is showing her how to crochet. Did you teach someone to do something? Issa too finds a broomstick and carves her own tool from its wood. What's that for? Fatim asks. Issa too pauses. She and Peggy have an idea. But will their friends think it's crazy? Will the idea even work? Nervously, she explains the plan. One friend agrees to help, then two, then five. The women cut bags into strips and roll them into spools of plastic thread. Before long, they teach themselves how to crochet with this thread. Oh my gosh, look at that. Very cool. Naka Legi B, asked grandmother. How is the work? Endanka, Endanka, answers Isatu. Slow. Some people in the village laugh at us, others call us dirty. But I believe what we are doing is good. The women crochet by candlelight away from those who mock them. So they're being teased because they're doing something with their hands, something good. So if you're being teased for something good, don't stop and don't be angry. Just keep doing it away from the teasers. Until a morning comes when they will no longer work in secret. Fingers sore and blistered, Isatu hauls the recycle purses to the city. One person laughs at her, then two, then 10, then one woman lays Dalashi coins on the table. She chooses a purse and shows it to one friend, then two, then 10. Soon everyone wants one. There they are. Isatu fills her own purse with Dalashi. She zips it shut and rides home to tell grandmother she has made enough to buy a new goat. When she passes by the pile of rubbish, she smiles because it is smaller now. She tells herself, one day it will be gone and my home will be beautiful. And one day, it was. The end. So the author's note is about Gambia, West Africa. They traveled there in 2003 as a volunteer teacher. Then we have pronunciation, which I should have read this before I started. But there's Wolof Glossary and Pronunciation Guide, and two of the women who began crocheting purses with Isatou in the late 1990s, right here. And then we have a timeline of plastic bags become a serious problem in Gambian cities in the 1970s. There's a whole timeline that talks about plastic bags. And then there's, for further reading, we have different reference books. If you want to find more books about recycling, reducing, and reusing in your community, you can also look for further reading in this on this page. And there's Isatou in 2014. The end. People thought I was too young and that women couldn't be leaders. I took these things as challenges. They gave me more power. I didn't call out the problems, I called out solutions. Isatou Ceesay. One plastic bag at a time. The end.